National Bobblehead Day is this Saturday, and I had no idea until right now that there's actually a National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum, and they just so happen to be releasing a new Oregon Ducks bobblehead along with a few others. And here to tell us more about everything is the National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum co-founder and CEO, Phil Schuyler. Hi, Phil. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey, Ashley, thanks for having me.
No problem. So you got to tell me a little bit about the museum. I didn't even know we had one.
We do. There's one museum in the world dedicated to bobbleheads, and it's in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We have about 10,000 unique bobbleheads on display from all different genres and periods, and it's really a fun place for people to come and enjoy all things bobbleheads, learn about the history and the story behind them, and see the world's largest collection of bobbleheads.
I love that. So, which bobblehead is in the Hall of Fame? There's a plethora, I would assume, that are in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so we opened the physical museum in our permanent location in 2019. Right now, there's actually only one bobblehead in the Hall of Fame, and that was through a voting process we did online, asking people whether Pete Rose's bobblehead should be the first one inducted. That was about 95% yes, so he is in the Hall of Fame. It's just the Bobblehead Hall of Fame. And we'll be announcing pretty soon a process for getting more bobbleheads into the Hall of Fame, and people will be able to follow along and vote on their favorite bobbleheads.
You took the next question right out of my mouth. I was about to ask, what does it take to be in the Hall of Fame? I feel like some people even love bobbleheads and make it a hobby of their own at home. How do they, go about that process?
Yeah, so there's some iconic bobbleheads dating back to, some of the first bobbleheads, sports bobbleheads in the 1960s that I'm sure will make it into the Hall of Fame. There's the Beatles set from 1964, but then every year, teams and places come out with new bobbleheads, and so every year there'll be some new candidates for the Bobblehead Hall of Fame, and we'll be inducting them on an annual basis at some point in the near future.
Okay, now tell me about the new bobbleheads that are coming out.
Yeah, so we have quite a few new bobbleheads today, but the duck is the one I think most of your viewers will be really excited about, the Oregon Duck, which you can see there on the screen. It's a new bobblehead featuring one of the best mascots in sports. And so we're excited to be releasing that. It's available for pre-order on our website, store.bobbleheadhall.com, and they'll be coming in soon. So people can pre-order them. They're individually numbered, so once they're gone, they're gone. And it's one of our favorite ones that we're releasing today on to celebrate National Bobblehead Day, which is tomorrow, like you mentioned.
I love that. I wouldn't mind staring at that right on my desk. It's so cute. So, how much are some of these bobbleheads? Do they vary in price? Do you have some that are just like extra exclusive? Tell me about it.
Yeah, so they do vary in price. This one is $35, a great price point for a high quality collectible bobblehead. Some of them are smaller and range from the $20 range all the way up to several $1,000s for some of the 3 foot tall bobbleheads, which can be upwards of $1,700 these days. You see one behind me. Those can be quite expensive and make a really good collector's piece for fans if you're a huge fan of a given team or player.
I love that. So, you got to tell me, what is your favorite part of the museum? I mean, I'm sure you guys have so many different displays and different genres, but what do you love the most?
Yeah, so I think the history section is really my favorite spot. It talks about, dating back actually to the late 1700s, which was when the first known bobbleheads were. It intertwines with the museum's history, which started in 2003 when we got our first bobblehead, and then 2013 when we produced our first bobblehead of a Special Olympian and super fan for the Milwaukee Panthers sports teams manager, which really kicked off the idea for the museum. So it's a fun spot. You get to see some of the historic bobbleheads in person and learn more about the history of bobbleheads.
All right, I love it. Can you tell everyone really quick where they can go for more information?
Yes, you can head to bobbleheadhall.com to see our website. We have a virtual tour there as well. You can get the new duck bobblehead at store.bobbleheadhall.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being here, Phil. We really appreciate it.